But this is the MVP right here. MVP of the league.
Steps back on the three. On the run at the buzzer. It is good. And Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Night after night, the Oklahoma City Thunder guard Shai Gilgeous-Alexander delivers performances that aren't just good, but phenomenal, and that may just be putting it lightly. Currently, Shai is not just a player to watch. He's a player to expect greatness from, consistently dropping 30 points on any given night and making it look as easy as a layup during warm-ups. In fact, this season he averaged 30 points, 6 assists, and 5.5 rebounds a game. But this wasn't always the case. A few years back, he had a sea of doubters. When Shai first entered the league, not many would have pegged him as the future cornerstone of a team, much more a franchise. Critics saw potential, but it was a quiet potential, taken with the side of uncertainty. There were flashes of brilliance in his early games, sure, but could this lanky guard from Canada truly stand out in the league's fiercely competitive environment? Well, we sure found out. Fast forward to today, and those early questions have been drowned out by the roaring crowds in Oklahoma City. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has not only met the skeptical expectations laid before him, he has vaulted over them. So how did he go from underrated to where he is now? Stick around as we dive into his rise in the NBA. Shai's journey to NBA stardom began in Toronto, Canada, where he was born and raised before his family moved to Hamilton, Ontario, a city with a growing basketball scene that helped shape his athletic future. His natural affinity for basketball was evident from a really young age, fueled by his competitive spirit and a supportive family environment. His mother was a former collegiate athlete, and his cousin, Nickeil Alexander-Walker, who also plays in the NBA, greatly influenced his early basketball life. Shai honed his skills at Hamilton Heights Christian Academy in Tennessee, where he moved to further his development. Here, Shai's unique blend of length, agility, and basketball IQ began to shine, propelling him towards a successful college career at the University of Kentucky. Shai's early journey at the University of Kentucky began with promise, but not with the immediate splash that some of his peers made. He started his tenure on the bench and didn't produce the sort of viral, standout moments that captured national headlines, so he had to work his way into the starting lineup. Entering the 2018 NBA draft, expectations were moderate. Shai was seen as a potential asset, a player with good fundamentals but perhaps lacking the flashy style that garners immediate attention. When draft night came, he was selected 11th overall by the Charlotte Hornets. However, his rights were almost immediately traded to the Los Angeles Clippers in a move that initially seemed like just another transaction in the draft-a-day deals. This trade would prove to be far more significant for both Shai and the Clippers than many at the time might have guessed. This shift from the Hornets to the city of Los Angeles was the true beginning of Shai's professional career. He was thrown into the deep end with the Clippers as a young talent with something to prove on a team looking to carve out a piece in a competitive Western Conference. It was here in LA that Shai began to dispel doubts and show that he was a player to watch. And as he took to the court, something clear began to emerge. This young guard was here to play and here to stay. As a rookie during the 2018 to 2019 season, he found himself in a unique position. That year, the league was abuzz with exceptional rookie performances. Luka Doncic was dazzling fans in Dallas, Trae Young was making waves in Atlanta, and DeAndre Ayton was the first overall draft pick. Amidst these headline-grabbing newcomers, Shai's solid contributions flew under the radar. Despite the lack of widespread media attention, Shai's rookie stats were nothing to overlook. He appeared in all 82 regular season games, starting 73 of them, and throughout the season, he averaged 10.8 points, 3.3 assists, and 2.8 rebounds per game. Perhaps one of his most standout performances came during a high-stakes playoff series against the Golden State Warriors, a team that was then at the peak of its dynasty. In Game 4 of the first round, Shai put up 25 points, proving he could shine even against some of the toughest competition in the league. His ability to maintain composure and deliver during crucial moments in this series was a hint of the leadership qualities and clutch performance potential that would come to define his career. Later, in one of the most significant trades of the 2019 NBA offseason, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's journey took a dramatic turn when he was traded to the Oklahoma City Thunder as part of a blockbuster deal that sent Paul George to the Los Angeles Clippers. This trade had a profound impact on the trajectories of both teams involved. For the Clippers, acquiring Paul George was a strategic move to pair him with newly signed superstar Kawhi Leonard, creating a duo they hoped would contend for championships. For the Thunder, this trade was the beginning of a rebuilding phase centered around acquiring draft assets and young talent like Shai. Along with Shai, the Thunder received Danilo Gallinari and a staggering collection of future first-round draft picks and pick swaps, setting them up with a wealth of resources to shape the team's future. Moving from the bright lights of Los Angeles to Oklahoma City placed Shai in a completely different basketball environment. No longer just one of many promising young players on a star-studded team, Shai was now a cornerstone of the Thunder's rebuild, expected to lead and grow with a young, developing squad. In Oklahoma City, Shai's role expanded dramatically. He was given the freedom to handle the ball more often, make decisions on the court, and develop his game as a leader with mentorship from Chris Paul. His stats saw a notable increase across the board. In his first season with the Thunder, he averaged 19 points, 5.9 rebounds, and 3.3 assists per game, all significant improvements from his rookie year. From scoring an average of 19 points per game in his first season with the Clippers, SGA has increased his points per game each subsequent season. This leap in scoring was complemented by improvements in his assists and rebounds, making him a well-rounded threat on both ends of the floor. One memorable game was against the Los Angeles Clippers, his former team, in 2019 where he scored an, at the time, career-high 32 points. Another standout moment was during a tight matchup with the Boston Celtics this past January, where Shai dropped 36 points and clinched the game with a last-second shot. By the way, are you enjoying the video so far? If so, please like, comment, and subscribe so you know about our upcoming content here on Chris Kloss. Shai's ability to elevate the team's play has led to important victories against tough opponents, especially this year. His emergence as a key player is crucial to the Thunder's strategy, and his continuous improvement and ability to perform under pressure are central to the team's future aspirations. As he matures further into his role, his achievements and the team's successes are expected to grow, potentially leading the Thunder to a future championship. Today, he has had many standout games and seasons, and many defining moments. This season alone, he has had 6 40-point games, with 2 of those coming from games against Sacramento and 1 against the defending champ Denver Nuggets. Another highlight was his first triple-double against the Minnesota Timberwolves in 2020, where he notched 20 points, 20 rebounds, and 10 assists and became the first Thunder player to notch a triple-double since Russell Westbrook. In the first quarter of that game alone, he had 7 out of 11 potential defensive rebounds, which is absolutely crazy. His ability to consistently deliver high-scoring games has been a major factor in many of the Thunder's victories and have led to them finishing this season as the #1 seed in the West. Shai's remarkable performances have earned him All-NBA recognition, and this season has placed him into discussions for the Most Valuable Player award. While the MVP race is highly competitive, featuring perennial superstars, Shai's consistent performances make a compelling case for his consideration. His ability to carry the team, especially in clutch situations, aligns with the qualities typically celebrated in MVP candidates. Because of all these feats, the Oklahoma City Thunder have strategically positioned Shai at the core of their growth strategy. This has involved careful team structuring through trades and drafting, all aimed at complementing Shai's playstyle and maximizing his effectiveness as the team's leader. This strategy was evident from the initial trade that brought Shai to Oklahoma City, which not only included him, but also brought a haul of draft picks. These picks have given the Thunder the flexibility to select high-potential players who can grow alongside Shai. In subsequent drafts, the Thunder have continued to focus on selecting versatile players who can play multiple positions and contribute on both ends of the floor. This approach has led to the arrival of players like Josh Giddey and Chet Holmgren, who are key contributors in the Thunder's ongoing playoffs run. Giddey, with his exceptional passing and rebounding abilities, and Holmgren, with his defensive and shooting ability, are perfect complements to Shai's scoring and playmaking skills. Shai's unique playstyle distinctly sets him apart from other guards in the league. His combination of size, agility, and basketball IQ draws huge comparisons to a prime Penny Hardaway, although with a certain modern twist that suits today's faster gameplay. Unlike traditional scoring guards, Shai shows strengths in using his length to create mismatches, something really similar to what DeMar DeRozan leverages with his elite mid-range game. However, Shai puts you in the mind of Jamal Murray and Steph Curry in terms of his clutch performances and ability to take control of games during critical moments. His all-around game follows aspects of Brandon Roy just before injuries shortened his career, especially in that smooth handling, effortless scoring, and leadership on the floor. This unique blend of attributes from past and present NBA stars, coupled with his own distinctive flair, makes Shai a certain formidable presence on the floor. But like all athletes, SGA has a few areas where he could improve. While he has shown the ability to hit the three-pointer, his consistency from beyond the arc has not been stellar. For the 2023 and 24 season, the Thunder star shot 35% from three-point range. This percentage is slightly under the league's average of 36%. Improving his three-point shooting percentage would make him even more formidable as a scorer and help stretch defenses further as he becomes an even bigger threat from deep. Compared to other players, SGA's 2.4% turnover rate places him on the lower end, which is great in a league where taking care of the ball is critical, especially in close games, but it is something to watch going forward. Fortunately, these aren't major weaknesses in SGA's game. SGA and the Thunder are well positioned to be a formidable force in the NBA for years to come. With a core group of young, talented players that became the youngest team to secure a #1 seed in NBA history, the team can look forward to getting better and better. As of this video, they are one of 2 undefeated teams in the playoffs and don't show any signs of slowing down as they routed Dallas in the opening game of the West semifinals. SGA's influence on the leader of the NBA's youngest team extends off the court as well, where his demeanor and community engagement have endeared him to most and solidified his role as a cornerstone of the franchise's future. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's career continues to capture the attention of both fans and commentators alike. The transformation of his game has profoundly reignited the Thunder's fan base and championship aspirations as they drive on in this year's playoffs. So what do you think of SGA so far? Let us know in the comments below. Also, be sure to check out our previous videos for more great basketball content, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of our future updates. See you next time around.